All right, boys. Y'all got to listen to this one because I'm about to get real with y'all in a way that might be a reality check. There's people that walk around living in this fairy tale where they believe life is supposed to hand them something just because they showed up, like some sort of participation trophy. There's people that believe they deserve a certain income, believe they deserve a certain lifestyle, and I hate to be the one to say it, but that mindset will keep you stuck longer than anything else ever will. So let me give it to you straight with some tough love that you probably need to hear more than you want to admit it right now. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to give you more money. No one is coming to hand you a better job. And no one is coming to magically make you disciplined, focused, or driven with your personal finances. No one's going to come pull you out of the shit situation that you put yourself into, no matter how unfair it feels or how long you've been stuck there. And I know that might sound harsh to start this video, but it's the truth most people spend their entire lives avoiding. It's way easier to blame your current financial situation, go blame your boss, blame the economy, or blame where you started, than it is to look in the mirror and take full ownership of where you're at right now. The moment you stop waiting for someone else to change your situation is the exact moment you start gaining control over it. That is a shift that I want you to get from this video. That is where everything is going to start to turn around for you. If you're sitting here right now feeling lost, feeling financially stuck, feeling like you don't really have a clear path or purpose, then you're going to want to stick with me through this whole video because I'm not just going to sit here and call you out and think I'm on some high horse because I am not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to actually flip that mindset around so you can start building momentum instead of spiraling your life out of control and crashing out. Because, yeah, sometimes you get dealt a shit hand in life. Sometimes life punches you right in the mouth. And sometimes other people really do have it easier than you do. But none of that changes the fact that you're still the one responsible for what happens next. And while this is a financial channel, you can take these points and apply them to other areas of your life. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to start shifting out of that victim mindset and into a new mindset where you actually take control of your life, your finances, your income, your future in a step-by-step process in a way that's realistic for the average person to achieve. The first thing we need to do before we even talk about making more money or investing is that we need to fix the way you're looking at your current financial situation. Because if you keep the same victim and same entitled mindset, you're just going to recreate the same results over and over again, no matter how much good information you consume, no matter how many books or YouTube videos you consume about personal finance. And that, my friends, is called being delusional, and I do not want that for any of y'all. This is where I see most people get it twisted. They think their problem is a lack of knowledge or a lack of opportunity, when in reality, it's a lack of financial ownership. Because it is a hell of a lot easier to say, I don't make enough or I don't have the right connections, than it is to say, I haven't fully taken control of what I can control yet. This was me for a while until I was about 22 years old. And I'm 27 now, and I can genuinely say that this mindset shift has helped change my life for the better. I got out of playing the victim card and I started taking control over my financial life. The people who actually start moving forward are the ones that flip that switch and decide that regardless of where they're at right now, they are going to take full responsibility for their next move, for their next financial decision. And once you do that, you stop operating like a victim of your circumstances and you start operating like someone who's building something. And that's a completely different mindset to live by. And this is where we need to start getting practical because taking ownership sounds good, but if you don't attach it to real actions, it doesn't mean anything. So the next step in this process is getting brutally clear on where you actually stand financially right now. Not where you think you're at or what you hope your bank accounts look like, but you got to give yourself the real numbers. You got to tell yourself what you make, what you spend, how much debt you're carrying, and what you're actually investing each month. And I know a lot of people avoid this step because it is uncomfortable as fuck. It was uncomfortable for me too. And honestly, sometimes it still is. But that discomfort is exactly what forces you to wake up and start making real changes in your financial life. If you actually want to become financially free, you need to start putting your actions in place now, not a year from now when things feel right, not when you feel more ready, but right now, because there is never going to be a perfect time. And I'm not saying you need to go swing for the fences and hit some David Ortiz grand slam overnight, but you do need a clear game plan that you can start executing on immediately. I'll give you a real example from my own life so you can see what this actually looks like. I'm 27 years old. I want my fiance to be able to stay home with our future kids, and we're planning to have kids in the next, let's say, 3 to 4 years. I make about $130,000 a year right now. And if we want the lifestyle where she can step away from work for maybe like 8 years while the kids are still young before school, that means I need to start thinking ahead and building towards that goal today. Instead of just sugarcoating the situation and telling myself I've got a solid salary, so I'm good, I'm actively looking for ways to increase my income, increase my savings rate, and put systems in place so that the transition to living off one income is actually realistic when the time comes. For us, that probably means having around $100,000 saved up in a high yield savings account to help offset that drop in household income when she stops working. And when you actually lay it out like that, you start to see a much clearer plan. Because without one, that situation that I just described is going to be stressful as hell. It's already stressful, but it would be way worse, even with a good income like the one I have right now. And yeah, I'm very fortunate to make what I make, and I worked hard for it. But more importantly, I'm choosing to be proactive with my finances instead of just hoping everything works out. And that's the mindset I want you to take from this, being a doer instead of the guy who's all talk. Your situation might look completely different, but I guarantee there's something you're working towards. Whether that's an early retirement, buying your first house, hitting your first $100,000 invested, or maybe just getting out of debt, whatever your goal may be, it's not going to happen by accident. It's going to happen because you made a clear plan and you started taking action on it today. And I'll give you guys another example of how to start putting your financial life into motion and to stop waiting for somebody to come save you. Let's take something as simple as committing to maxing out your Roth IRA every single year for the next 10 years. Right now, if you're consistently putting in the max each year, and that's $7,500 this year, and it'll probably increase by another $500 next year, and you do that for the next 10 years while letting it grow in, let's just say, the S&P 500, there is a very high probability that you cross the $100,000 mark in your Roth IRA account if you do this and stay disciplined. And the point here is not exactly this number. It is the discipline behind reaching your first $100,000 because that's built through showing up year after year, consistently investing even when the market is down, and not waiting for somebody to come save you. This is what taking control looks like in practice. It is very boring, it's consistent, and it requires you to be thinking long term. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this entire video and this entire video of me yapping, it's that your life is not going to change until you decide to take full ownership of it. That is financially and personally. You got to actually start moving with intention instead of just reacting to whatever comes your way. You cannot just be drifting through life and expect to achieve great results. Most people are going to hear a message like this and feel fired up for like a day or two, and then fall right back into the same habits that are keeping them stuck. And I do not want that for you. I want you to actually do something with this, even if it's small, even if it's just sitting down tonight, writing out your numbers, taking a look at your finances for the first time, and putting together a basic investment plan. At the end of the day, no one is going to come save you. You have to understand that. And once you do understand that, you need to realize that you're fully capable of building the financial life that you want if you are willing to take responsibility. and if you are willing to stay consistent, and if you are willing to put in the work. This game of life rewards action, and the people who win are the ones who decide they're done waiting. They're done making excuses. They're done and they're ready to take control. So take what we've talked about today in this video, go apply it, and start becoming the person that actually follows through on their actions. And that's all I got for this video. If you are feeling inspired right now, hit that like button and comment down below what you are focusing on improving for your financial life this year. As always, I appreciate the support, and I'll see everyone in the next one.